There are more than 50 million scouts, young people and adults, male and female, in over 200 countries and territories. Some 500 million people have been scouts, including prominent people in every field. Early beginnings. All this began with 20 boys, an experimental camp in 1907. It was held during the first 9 days of August in 1907 at Bouncy Island near Poole in Dorset, England. The camp was a great success and proved to its organizer Robert Baden-Powell that his training and methods appealed to young people and really worked. In January 1908, Baden-Powell published the first edition of Scouting for Boys. It was an immediate success and has since sold over 100 million copies, making it one of the best-selling books of all time. Baden-Powell had only intended to provide the method of training boys, something that existing youth organizations such as the Boys Brigade and YMCA would adopt. To his surprise, youngsters started to organize themselves into what was to become one of the largest voluntary youth movements in the world. Expansion of the movement. The success of Scouting for Boys produced a movement that quickly, automatically, it seemed adopted the name of the Boy Scouts. By 1909, Scouting for Boys had been translated into 5 languages, and a scout rally in London attracted more than 11,000 scouts. As a result of Baden-Powell taking a holiday in South America, Chile was one of the first countries outside Britain to begin scouting. In 1910, he visited Canada and the United States, where it had already started. The coming of World War I in 1914 could have brought about the collapse of the movement, but the training provided through the patrol system proved its worth. Patrol leaders took over when adult leaders volunteered for active service. Scouts contributed to the war effort in England in many ways. Most notable, perhaps, were the Sea Scouts, who took the place of regular Coast Guardsmen, freeing them for service. The first World Scout Jamboree took place in 1920 with 8,000 participants and proved that young people from different nations could come together to share common interests and ideals. Since that first World Jamboree at Olympia in London, there have been 21 others at different locations. During the Jamboree, the first World Scout Conference, then called International Scout Conference, was held with 33 National Scout organizations represented. The Boy Scout International Bureau. Later to become the World Scout Bureau, was founded in London in 1920. In 1922, the first World Scout Committee was elected at the Second International Conference in Paris, where 31 national scout organizations were represented. World membership was just over 1 million. The early scout program. Scouting began as a program for boys 11 to 18 years of age. Yet, almost immediately, others also wanted to participate. The Girl Guides program was started in 1910 by Baden-Powell, who designated his sister Agnes to manage it. Robert Baden-Powell became chairman of the Girl Guides Association, and his wife Olive, whom he married in 1912, became the new chief guide in 1918. A Wolf Cub section was formed for younger boys. It used Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book to provide an imaginative, symbolic framework for activities. For older boys, a Rover Scout branch was formed. The World Wars. Between the two World Wars, Scouting continued to flourish in all parts of the world except in totalitarian countries where it was banned. Scouting is voluntary and based on democratic principles. During World War II, Scouts undertook many service tasks: messengers, fire watchers, stretcher bearers, salvage collectors, and so on. In occupied countries, Scouting continued in secret with Scouts playing important roles in the resistance and underground movements. After the war ended, it was found that the numbers of Scouts in some occupied countries had, in fact, increased. The 60s, 70s and 80s, many countries gained their independence during these years. Scouting in developing countries gradually evolved to be a youth program which was designed by Scout leaders in each country to better meet the needs of their communities. Scouts, particularly in developing countries, became more involved with issues such as child health, low-cost housing, literacy, food production and agriculture, job skills training, etc. Drug abuse prevention, life skill training, integration of the handicapped, environmental conservation and education, and peace education became issues of concern to Scouts around the world. Post-communistic era. By the 90s, Scouting had been reborn in every country where it existed prior to World War II, and it started throughout the newly independent countries of the Commonwealth of Independent States, formerly the USSR, 100 years and beyond. In 2007, the movement celebrated its century, 100 years of Scouting. What started as a small camp on Brownsea Island is today a growing movement with members in nearly every country in the world. Through its unique combination of adventure, education and fun, Scouting managed to continuously renew and adapt itself to a changing world and the different needs and interests of young people across the globe. In doing So it continues to be an inspiration for young people to become active local and global citizens, helping them in creating a better world.